the strongest hurricane in history to make landfall.
Perhaps the most prominent spokesperson to emerge on the matter is not a politician, but the star of Hamilton.
The more voices you have at the table, the more stories we get in the theater. What our job is to eliminate the barriers that get those voices from being in the room.
At a time where I know we are all grateful to be gathered together experiencing live music, one figure stands out as someone whose songwriting and playwriting brought more people to Broadway than ever before. A Pulitzer Prize, Grammy, Emmy, Tony Award-winning composer, lyricist, and actor, Lin-Manuel is the creator of In the Heights and the global phenomenon Hamilton, which earned a record-breaking 16 Tony nominations and won 11. He is the recipient of the MacArthur Foundation Award and a Kennedy Center honoree. Lin-Manuel has developed the music to beloved films like Moana and Encanto, which keeps households with young children like mine singing about Bruno for countless hours. Thank you for that. In fact, We Don't Talk About Bruno is Disney's longest reigning chart topper in Billboard Hot 100 history. And in addition to all of his musical accolades, he has also directed the Academy Award-nominated Tick, Tick, Boom. He is in a league of his own, and I think John was right to call him the GOAT. With a passion for the beauty of diversity, he has elevated the community in which he grew up and tells the story of American history that resonates around the world, and according to Sir Lucian, was correct. He is also someone who gives back, as evidenced by his relief efforts in Puerto Rico post-Hurricane Maria. Notably, he has written an astounding 31 NMPA Gold and Platinum certified songs. Please welcome three-time Grammy-nominated Broadway star Ryan Shaw for a special tribute to our 2022 songwriter icon.
How does Hamilton, arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard whore son, suddenly endorse Thomas Jefferson, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread's been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. Well, if you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant. Hey, Doc. Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you smiled, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When think of it. Kid, honestly, I can go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon. The waves, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, buried his guts, sprouted a tree, now you've got coconuts. What is the lesson? What's the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And this tapestry here on my skin is the map of the victories I win. Look where I've been, I make everything happen. Look at that mini-me Maui just tapping to top. Ha, 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 hey! Well, anyway, let me say you're welcome. For the wonderful life you know. No need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. Well, come to think of it, I gotta go. I am the one thing in life I can't control. I am inimitable, I am an original. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still or in lying wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton's pace is relentless, he wastes no time. What is it like in his shoes? I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. And I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every road I make always leads me back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, but no one knows how far it goes. And if the wind in my sails on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything's by design. And I know everybody on this island has a role on this island. Maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea is blinding, and no one knows how deep it goes. But it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the light as it shines on the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in the sails on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go. Thank you, Lin, for sharing your gift with the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lin-Manuel Miranda. Thank you. You want us to hold it while you talk? Okay.
Please give another hand to the incredible Ryan Shaw. That was so beautiful, my goodness. This is a wild party you throw, you guys.
The songs were for me. My wife is an attorney who dabbles in intellectual property, so thank you for having something for both of us. This evening, we've really had the best time. I was made aware that I'm the first musical theater writer to get this award, which is extraordinary. I know we're not always the coolest kids at the music parties. In fact, I had the privilege of performing at the Royal Jubilee 2 weeks ago, and that's a big deal. And I was at Buckingham Palace, and I was feeling pretty good about myself. And a manager of one of the other acts came up to me with like real swagger and pride. Was like, "Man, I got over 100,000 records on vinyl, but I only got 2 musicals." And here's where he was trying to pay me a compliment. He said, "Jesus Christ Superstar and your musical, Chicago." So that brought me right back to earth after Buckingham Palace. I'm so grateful to that man, and man, do I wish I'd written Chicago. But you all work with songwriters, and this is how I feel songwriters work. And this is my process, and everyone's different. You write for a character in a moment. You think about where your character is at this moment, where they've been. You consider your character's pulse, their temperament, their upbringing. You think about the music they like, their world, the things they know. Then you put yourself in their shoes and figure out what they're aching to sing, what only they can express in that moment. You sit at the piano, or you take a walk in the park with your dog. You sing to yourself. When it feels true, you write it down, and little by little, draft by draft, you feel your way towards the song. You share the song with your trusted collaborators. Their reactions and input send you back to the piano to rewrite, to make each moment in your song truer and clearer. And you do that over and over again, moment by moment, with every character you help to write. And if you're very lucky, one day you look up and your characters are all still there. And they're alive as long as someone is singing their songs, your songs. So I want to say thank you to Kiara Hudes, Tom Kitt, Amanda Green, Jeff Whitty, Kirk D'Amico, Jared Bush, Ruiz Castro-Smith, Obadiah Fawai, Mark Mancina, and Jermaine Franco, Nas, Alan Menken, Dessa, Joel Ortiz, John Kander, Tariq Trotter, Kristen and Bobby Lopez, and every writer I've been lucky enough to create moments with for the past 20 years. Thank you to Tommy Kail, Andy Blankenbuehler, John M. Chu, Ron Clements, and John Musker, and Byron Howard, directors who facilitated the shared visions for these moments to arrive. Thank you to Bill Sherman, Alex Lackamore, Michael Starobin, Kurt Crowley, and all the arrangers and orchestrators I've been lucky enough to work with a extra special thanks to Lack, who always goes above and beyond. Thank you to the casts of In the Heights, Bring It On the Musical, 21 Jump Street, Hamilton, Moana, Vivo, and Encanto. It's those actors whose voices helped find these characters' voices every step of the way. I want to thank my wife, Vanessa Nadal, who has the best musical instincts of anyone I know. Thank you to my sons, Sebastian and Francisco, who are the best beta testers of anyone I know. Before your kids were singing Bruno, my kids were singing Bruno. About a year and a half before. Thank you to Luz and Luis Miranda for the piano lessons and cast albums, and my sister Luz Miranda Crespo for letting me raid her music collection throughout our childhood. Thank you to everyone at Team Miranda who carve out space for me every day to daydream and write. And thank you to Tobio Miranda, my dog, who has endured more first drafts in process than anyone in the family. Finally, to Nina and Usnavi and Vanessa and Abuela Claudia and everyone on that block uptown, and Campbell and Danielle and Nautica and La Cienega, and the residents of Jackson and Truman High, Justin and Naomi, Aaron Burr, Alexander, Eliza, Angelica, and Peggy, and everyone who tells your story, Moana and Maui and the residents of Motunui, Vivo and Andres and Gabby and every animal they meet from Havana to Miami, and Mirabel and the incredible Familia Madrigal and your Encanto, and all the other characters who are as alive and real to me as all of you standing here. Thank you for whispering to me what you were aching to sing. I did my best to write it all down, and I'll continue to do my best to get the moment just right. Thank you so much for this.
We have one surprise. We have one surprise for you. Come out here, please. And you'll see, I'll do this. These are, you can handle it. These are all of your songs that have gone gold and platinum. Don't worry, we'll send it to you.
You're going to send me that plaque because I will look crazy taking that on the A train uptown. Thank you so much.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you'll join us at the cocktail reception right outside, and we appreciate all of you. Thank you.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, dag, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is a lot of brains, but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power speech unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keep in on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me.
He says in parentheses.
Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy. How you say? I use R anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got job knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining a rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gon' take a shot.
And but we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the first black battalion. Never another shot.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds of God to put us all in one spot? Pop in a squad of conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let's get this guy in front of a crowd.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey! Whoa! Whoa! Say, let 'em hear you! Yeah! much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh, reach for a flash. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. Where all the hungriest brothers with something to prove went. Foes oppose us, we take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. And I